New vintage collection figures arrive at my doorstep courtesy of Amazon. Don't believe me that it was Amazon? Look at the condition of these packages and then you'll understand, yeah, it was Amazon. But yes, I decided to review the Crait Luke Skywalker and the Donald Glover Lando Calrissian figure in the same review because they're kind of similar. They really are, in kind of their construction and everything, and hey, I figured why give them individual videos. Let's just knock them out in one go. So let's talk about Lando first, because he's the one I got first, and he was also the one that was technically released first, even though they were pretty much released around the exact same time. You can see there were different waves. This wave also had the Stormtrooper in it, which will get his own dedicated video once I get around to actually getting that guy. I just don't want to overpay for it. And I know it's like only 18 bucks on Amazon, but I just want it for retail. Now, you probably did see I did get this Amazon warehouse inspected. Because, yeah, I got it a little cheaper because the box was completely destroyed. But you know what? That's all good. I opened my figgies. And if you want to see how I open my vintage collection cards, there is a video on my channel about that. But yeah, pretty nice image there. Honestly, really good pick of an image. You know, he's playing Sabak. Really good choice. This figure is really good. Not gonna lie, it's really, really good. I really do like it. The face sculpt on this is just... the likeness on this for 3 3/4 inches is just next level. It really is. Let's just bring in the comparison now. Here it is with the... Here it is with the Han Solo they released a little earlier. Now granted, my camera is detecting both of these as faces, but clearly one of them is way more realistic than the other one. This one is just very, very 2013 Hasbro awful paint job. I already want them to redo this head. But this one has the photoreal technology, like how they've done with 6-inch Black Series. And it just works, man. It just works. It works so well. Here's a size comparison of them. You can see that Han's a little taller than Lando. But hey, I like having this duo, even though one of them has a really awful face and one of them actually looks really superb. So accessories on Lando. He has some interesting stuff going on. So his first accessory is this, his cape. The cape just comes off. It's nicely painted on the inside. You can see it's pretty nice and consistent. It's just kind of softer plastic. You can see it works. And then he has a scarf which can come off as well. You can see the paint on that is really, really good. It has some nice, you know, little inconsistencies with the striping as it was in the movie. Then this can come off as well, so you can have this look. You can also have them with the cape and no scarf if you want, but I think the scarf is a really big deal. Hey, look, it's pretty much, you know, Rise of Skywalker Lando, except make him look like an older Billy D. Williams. I don't really like that. I don't like that the costume is so similar to Solo. I wish it was slightly different. Then he also has his gun. The silencer is not removable. The suppressor is not removable. But yeah, it's a really nice looking gun. Has a little bit of paint detail there, but it's all silver. It looks good. He can hold it, and he holds it pretty well. You can see even his little trigger finger can go into the little slot. If you're good enough, if you're pro enough like I am, you can do that. But he also does have a little spot on his little leg here, his little 3 3/4 inch leg. Then you can just feed that through. Then it's got this very tiny loop that it needs to feed through. And one thing I hate about 3 3/4 inch reviews is that the figures do not want to stay in focus because they're so tiny. But yeah, you just feed that through, and it's not the easiest thing to do. I'm worried I'm going to end up breaking it. But yeah, you just feed that through. Boom, there you go. And then get the scope right there. I know you're not even looking at it. There we go. Boom, there you go. It's in his holster, and it looks really good. So his detail's really nice. It just looks good, man. Looks like Lando from the Solo movie. I really do appreciate this. It's such a nice looking figure. Now it does kind of have the newer style of head articulation, where if I pop it off here, you can see it's on a double ball peg, and I love this so much. It just makes the figures feel even more premium to me, because only recently they've done this. Like even this Han Solo just uses the kind of old style neck peg. And I'm already just beyond that. I need this double peg on every new Star Wars figure from now on because it just works so well. His torso is pretty good joint right there too. His shoulders, I mean, the rest of him is pretty standard 3 3/4 inch articulation. I mean, you're not going to expect much else. You have the hinge at the wrist. Then you have the hinge going this way at this wrist. Then the legs can move outward. They can move forward, thigh swivel, knee bend as well as knee swivel. And then pretty good foot joint, and boom, there you go. There's your There is your Donald Glover. This is America Lando Calrissian figure in 3¼ inch. And I gotta say, man, this is an absolute win. The thing is, TVC, right? It's back, right? TVC is back. And the figures they're producing are just stellar, right? For the most part, these new TVC figures are just stellar. But the problem is, each new wave only has like a couple new figures. Like, look at this. This wave, the only 2 new figures, Lando and the Stormtrooper. That's it. Everything else is just a reissue. So that sucks. It's just, get more stuff out, Hasbro. But yeah, I love this Lando. He's really nice. Let's move on to the Luke Skywalker. I know this is the one a lot of people have been waiting for, because you either love The Last Jedi or hate The Last Jedi, or you're like me and you're like, meh. But anyways, the picture they picked for Luke is a pretty good picture. I like that. I know if they had him, brushing his shoulder, there would have been so many people upset. Why don't people like that? I thought that was a really cool moment. It's like Luke saluted when he was about to jump into his death in Return of the Jedi, and him brushing his shoulder. It's like such a Luke Skywalker thing to do. But I don't get why people don't like it. Anyways, Last Jedi, Luke Skywalker, Crait. Then this wave, these 2 guys are going to get their own Storm Central, and of course, like I said, the Stormtrooper's going to get his own Stormtrooper video. And I'm not going to give that R2-D2. I have like 50,000 R2-D2s already. I don't need another one. It's just a little battle damaged. But for carded collectors, I know they're going to appreciate that. But anyways, this Luke is pretty good. I don't like it as much as Lando, but I still very much like it. This head sculpt, it's pretty good. It's pretty solid for 3¼ inch. It's not the best. This hair, let me just say, this hair looks amazing, right? It looks really, really good. But the thing is, it doesn't feel accurate enough. I feel like this hair should not have any tan in it, and it should be like a gray-brown mix, not like a brown-tan mix. The eyes look pretty good. I think the likeness is pretty alright. It's not the best, but it's still pretty good. Of course, it has the nice double ball peg head. He comes with his lightsaber. Well, technically it's Rey's lightsaber now, but yeah, he does come with that. That's really good. And he also has the hilt that can hook onto his belt there, and that actually works really well. Even though it will just come off if you're not careful. It came off on me and it fell, and I was really worried about it, but it's all good. Anyways, looking at the detail on this one, it's really nice looking, man. I really do like the look of Luke Skywalker for his force projection. Even though I don't like the idea of the force projection too much, I think it would have been way more meaningful if he actually went to Crait. But yeah, it's like, even if they were still, like, they killed him anyway, right? What if they had him actually go to Crait and, like, actually sacrifice himself in a real physical duel? I mean, I don't know. Then again, like, the force projection shows off his force abilities, and, no one else has done that before, so Luke's like a uber Jedi master. Anyways, I'm just speculating. This is Star Wars theory time. But yeah, it's a really good looking figure. You can see it doesn't have too much paint on it, but it's still really good. He has his glove, which is his glove, and I do like that. It just looks really accurate and really good, man. I mean, what else can I say? It just looks really solid. So articulation on him, I already showed you the head there. The waist is just on a, no, I think it's maybe on a ball. Yeah, it's on a ball. His waist is on a ball, so you can do all the ball stuff. His shoulders, pretty normal range. You know the story. But his wrists are only on swivels, unfortunately, just because of, the sculpt and how it's kind of made. Only on swivels, but, oh no, swivel wrists on a 3¾ inch action figure, that's a crime. So he does have his plastic tunic, right? And there's no slit on the side. So you may be wondering, what's his articulation going to be like there? You can move forward pretty good. You can move out pretty good as well. You do have the thigh swivel per usual, and you do have the knee bend, which is pretty standard knee bend and knee swivel. Then his ankle joint is really good. I mean, down ankle is really important, but I think the ankle moving up is the most important thing of articulation for a figure without ankle pivot. Because I think they should try to get ankle pivot on 3¼ inch figures again. They did it with, say, the Clone Wars Phase 2 Cody, but they haven't done it with many figures since. Holds the lightsaber like a dream. It was a little tight for the first fit, but his hand is stretched out to it, and it's just so good. This figure is really nice, man. Really nice 3¼ inch Luke. Now let's get another comparison in on here. Here it is with the Black Series, now kind of TVC, Force Awakens Luke, or Last Jedi. I kind of consider it Force Awakens Luke. And as you can see, there's a slight height difference. There is a slight height difference, and that's kind of interesting. I still have to admit, the face on this Luke is really good, but the face on this Luke is also pretty nice. I don't know which one I prefer. Get out of there, little fiber cat hair, whatever. You get out. You. If you have cats, you understand my pain. But yeah, both of these figures are really good. I definitely prefer this Crait Luke over the Force Awakens Luke, even though it took us so many years to get a figure of Force Awakens Luke, and I'm so happy that I have, like, a lot of it now. I have a 5 POA, this one, and the Lego minifig that I got in the P.O. box. Thank you, by the way. But yeah, there we go. There is Crait Luke, and there is the Lando, played by, you know, good old childish Gambino. And yeah, there's my review of these guys. I like them. I recommend them. If you're a 3... You will have to endure my pain with me. If you're a 3 3/4 inch Star Wars collector like I am, these are must-owns in my opinion. Unless you're not really collecting any Disney movie stuff, in which case, hey, you don't have to worry about almost all of the new stuff coming out of the vintage collection, because that's all they're releasing for the most part. But yeah, there we go. I do like these guys. I do enjoy them, and I hope you enjoyed my review of them. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Check out my social media links down in the description below, as well as my P.O. Box address. Have a good day, guys, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. And may the Force be with you! Whoa!